horses. Good day to you, partner. I'm Guy, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
Hello, Danny.
Hey guys, Wheat Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. So the reason I'm doing an Act 3 Holy Shock Merc DPS test is actually not because of the Daxter Poops support paladin conviction build. It's actually because Dbot last season said that he felt like Dual Dream was the best gear to put on your Act 3 Merc, and that it was doing great with his Lightning Sork running a main hand Infinity. And by the way, Infinity Light Sork is another great support option for an Act 3 Mercenary with Inno warshrike. And so he was running that build and said Dual Dream seemed to do the best for him. We all kind of brushed him off. But anyways, Daxter Poops makes his video with a more standard setup, with Griffins prioritizing FCR and Pierce, which is very good because it also helps buff his static field. And after that video, I went back and wanted to check on Dbot's claims, and maybe there's something to it, because he was doing really high DPS with Dual Dream, and when I take Dual Dream off, his DPS is way lower. And it's not an FCR difference, it's not a skill difference. So why is the damage so much different? I don't know. In fact, that's the reason I'm kind of making this video, is because I don't know what's happening, and hopefully somebody out there either already does or goes, oh my god, I want to look into this, and we get to the bottom of what is going on with the Act 3 Holy Shock Merc. Now, why was this ever an idea? His Lightning Mastery has very high numbers. We're talking about times 12 damage. That's because Lightning kind of sucks in a way, as a Lightning Sork would tell you. Yes, they're very good, but they're also kind of whack. And so Senpai just adjusted the Lightning Mastery values on the Act 3 Merc to be absurdly high to help them reach, more standard damage numbers. Now, when Innocence came out, people actually, before any of us, went, this is going to cause a problem with certain procs. So somebody out there was smart way before the rest of us. So warshrike, those sort of items like that were an issue. But it turns out later on in the video, when I just do some budget gear setups, his lightning actually does insane single target damage. Sorry, excuse me, I'm a little sick right now. Does insane single target damage. So it's possible the Act 3 Merc, besides having static field, which is arguably the best skill in the game, the ability to proc warshrike at 4,000 DPS or 4,000 per pulse, also can put on Dual Dream for another huge DPS pulse. Now, here's the numbers of Holy Shock, and it should be what you saw on the screen, right? We're talking 2,000, 1,000 damage, nothing more than that. The two auras shouldn't actually stack on top of each other. They should actually tick independently. That's what we believe. But from the DPS numbers from clip 1 to clip 2, what it seemed to me is they're possibly stacking on top of each other, which would be a level 46 Holy Shock aura, which would be much closer to the 7,000 damage difference. Is there anything else possibly going on? Well, sure, but it's not like he's out of range. Now, Holy Shock has a very small radius, which is why in the first clips I made sure to stomp right on top of the boss. I believe he's in range of both. If he's out of range on the second clip, it still shouldn't be a 7,000 damage difference. It should be about a 3,000 or 4,000 damage difference tops. So something weird is going on, and I think it has to do with stacking. And by the way, these final clips are just showing you budget gear on the Act 3 Merc, insane Pierce gear, and then just a more FCR skill-based setup, and kind of which is the one you should go for. I actually thought it was kind of interesting because the Heaven's Brethren set is great because it has skills in FCR. You actually don't need a lot of Pierce. Now, these enemies have 0 lightning resistance, and so that really helps. Static already does enough on its own. If you're facing an enemy with more lightning res, then Pierce would be good. But in general, the Act 3 Mercs always follow the same rules. Prioritize FCR and plus skills. So by actually taking off the expensive gear and just putting on more plus skills and more FCR, he actually does quite a bit better. So what's the TLDR from this video? I know at the end, Act 3 Merc is really good, and Dual Dream might be busted. Scaly King out.
Come play with us, Danny.